Hi everyone, welcome back once again. And today's topic is we're going to understand more on dictionaries. That is, we will understand how to update values in a dictionary, the first thing. Okay, so how to change the values. And then we are going to look at some of the methods um, of a dictionary. That is the get method, the items, okay, the keys, the values, the update and clear. So these are the methods of the object dictionary. So one by one we will look at this. So let's get started. Okay, I'll just go to the Python and okay, let's go to the script mode. And okay, now if I have a dictionary like this, there is a key and there is a value, and there is another key and the value is a string. Okay, so this is a dictionary. This makes it a dictionary, and we have two items, two elements into the dictionary. Okay, so the very first function that we need to look at is how to update values. Not the function, we have to just learn how to update the values. Okay, so how you can do that? It is so simple. You have to just specify the key, that is 1. So if I specify the key and I give something, and if I give something like Aditya, okay, so this will actually change the value of that key. Now if I print, okay, before this also I will print D and just copy this and print it over here. So, okay, so two times I'm printing it. This will be the original dictionary and this is the change that we made. Okay, so let us run this and see the output. I'll give the name something like 2.py. Okay, now let us see the output. Now this was the original dictionary that I displayed. Okay, and then I made the changes to the key 1, and you can see the value has got changed. Before it was Ajay, now it is Aditya, right? So simple. We can so easily, actually, we can change the values of that particular key in a dictionary. So since dictionaries are mutable, so we can do this. Okay, now there is another way, that is a method by which there are certain methods by which we can change the values. That is we can also get the values, in fact. Okay, this is how you can change the values. And if I have to print the value of a particular key, so I can simply say D of 1, so that this is the key. Okay, so you have to pass the key as the index value to the dictionary. Since we don't have indexing, we have keys which act as index. Okay, so this is the index value 1, which is actually the key, the name of the key. Understand it? Okay, 1. And we will display the value of that particular key, that is Aditya. So if you see the output over here, we will get the display as Aditya. Okay, and this is the previous statement that we used it. Okay, and I'm displaying the value of the key 1 over here. Okay, so this is how you can access the value. You can individually, you can print the values of a particular key. If I make this as 2, then I will have the output is, that is Vijay. Since the value of the key 2 is Vijay, we got that output. Okay, so this is how you can do it. Now we can also use a method, that is the get method. Okay, now how this works. Now for example, if I give something like 4 out here, now 4 key does not exist. So in this case, Python will throw an error to us and saying that there is a key error. You can see over here. Now we have another function, that is the get function. So get function is like, I just use dot, that is a method actually, and I pass on value 1. Okay, so this will initially work exactly same as what we did before. This method will basically get the value of the key 1. So first we will run this and see the output, and we have Aditya. Since the value of the key 1 is Okay, this I changed it over here, isn't it? Let's not get confused. Okay, I'll display it over here. Okay, since the value of the key 1 is Aditya, so it displayed Aditya. Now if I give it something like 4, now what will happen is still will get an a none value, because there is the value does not exist. So this is the difference. Okay, and one more thing that we can do is pass one more, that is an argument, that the key does not exist. What if I give something like this? Okay, and now let us run this, and you can see the output. That is, we have just customized the error out here. What we got the output as none, over here we got the output as the key does not exist. So you can customize this and you can give your own message to the user. So this is the big difference between a get method and actually just using the index value, that is the key value, displaying it this way and using it with a method. So this is the, if that key does not exist, okay, if I give something like 4 and try to print this, so it will throw an error. But then with the get method we can pass our own message to the user. Okay, so this is what and this is when you will be using the get method instead of straight away displaying it using the using the keys. Okay, and now the next method that we have is the items. Okay, items is something like, okay, I need to delete this, and I just need to have something like, if I say items is equal to, okay, is equal to d dot items. Okay, now let's not get confused, this is a method and this is just a user defined variable, or I can just make this as if you're getting confused with this item, just item. Okay, so this will actually return a list which will have elements in form of tuples, and tuples will have the combination of key and value. Okay, I'll just show you. If it returns a list, then I can access the element of the list using the I value. Okay, and then I print, so I will get the values from that list and we will print. So this is the list traverser that we are doing, isn't it? So if I try to display the elements from that list, you can see the output over here is what I'm going to get is the first tuple of that of that list, that is 1, and that is the key and value, and this is the second tuple. So you can see these are rounded brackets which indicates that these are actually tuples. So this is the key and this is the value. This is the first tuple and this is the second tuple, that is the key and the value. Okay, so this is how this items actually method works. It will return a list, and that list will have elements in form of tuples, and the tuples will have the combination of the key and value. Okay, pair. So this is how it works, the item. Then the next items method. Okay, then the next we have is the keys. Now keys is like, if you just want to display the keys, I can straight away use this over here, that is d dot keys. So it will only access the keys, that is 1 and 2, and it will display it. This is very simple to understand. So only the keys, that is 1 and 2. Okay, you can see these are the keys over here. And similarly we have something called as values, which will only display the values. Okay, you can see over here. So this is the first value, that is Aditya, and this is the second value, right? So this is how it works, values. And then we have something called as update. Okay, now this is we just need to understand a bit. So if I have this as D1 and second dictionary I have something like D2, and I have the same key value, that is Ajay, and its value is Aditya. The key is 1. Now this is a second dictionary, no problem, absolutely. But if I can update D1, okay, with the update method and pass D2, okay, and then I display D1, print D1. Okay, and this everything I'll just delete this. Okay, now what will happen over here is all the keys that are matching of D1 to D2, that is 1 and 1, these are same keys. So D1, that is I'm updating D2 values, so values of D2 will get updated over here to D1. So which means the key 1, which we have a match over here, will get updated with the value Aditya, and rest of the keys will be same. So I'll display D1 and I will also display D2, and you can see the output. Okay, just a minute. D2 and update. Okay, this is how it works. Okay, now let us run this. Okay, now you can see that is this is okay. Let me display it in a proper way. Okay, this is D1 and this is D2. Now let us run this. So D1, you can see, was initially it was Ajay and Vijay, right? The value of 1 was Ajay. So then I updated with D2, which had the key 1, same as the dictionary D1, that is 1 1. So it got updated with the value Aditya. So this is the D1, right? And D2 remained unchanged. Okay, and D1 only that key got matched, got changed, and the key that is 2 and its value will remain unchanged. So this is how the update function works. Okay, and at the last we have is the key that is last we have is the clear function. Okay, so clear function basically clears the key value or the elements, you can say, from the list. So if I say D1 is equal to clear, D2 as a clear, and I try to print D1 slash D2, and you can see the output over here. So it will actually delete all the elements from that dictionary, but remember that a dictionary will exist. Okay, so this is D1 and this is D2, which are empty. All the elements actually got deleted. And then there is one more thing that to understand is if I use something like del and I say D1. Okay, now this del is a statement which actually deletes D1 completely. The object D1 itself will be deleted. So D1 will not exist. So if I try to do something like this, if I just run this, so it will throw an error that D1 is not defined. This is because we have deleted the object D1. Okay, and the clear method basically deletes the elements from D1 and D2, but the object D1 and D2 will exist. Okay, so this is the big difference. So that's it for today. Let's wait for my next video. Bye for now.